Hey everybody, we just got back from Missouri GameCon 2. It's mine and Oscar's second year, Katie's first year being there. So we're going to let you know what we thought about it, and we're going to show you some of the cool stuff that we picked up while we were there. So we're going to go ahead and let Katie go first, since this was her first year. So Katie, what did you think about it?
I loved it.
Loved it.
It was
Tell the camera.
It was awesome. Well, Katie, this would be her second time going because I went the first day and the second day.
It was 2 days long, but it was still your first
Yeah.
GameCon. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
recommend if you haven't gone to GameCon, you should go.
Absolutely.
Do it.
What was your favorite part, Kate?
Probably those arcade games.
The arcade games? Yeah, so Katie really got into an arcade game there called Nibbler, which I hadn't heard of it before, but it was fun. It's like a snake game, and she really loved it. And I didn't know this until after we left. Yeah, I didn't do very good at it. I didn't know this until after we left that Tim McVeigh was actually at the con, and he used to be the world record holder in at Nibbler, and he's also apparently the first video game player to ever score over 1 billion points on a game. So that's super cool. So yeah, your favorite part was Nibbler.
Yes.
Yeah, and Katie would definitely recommend that you go back.
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, so we're just gonna go around real quick, give a couple thoughts, and then we'll start showing the games off. So Oscar, what was your second year at GameCon like?
It was way better than the first year.
Way better than the first year?
But it was still really great.
Yeah. Talk to the camera. What was your favorite part?
Probably ARMS, where I kept beating Katie.
Playing ARMS, yeah.
Hey, you didn't keep beating me. I beat you at the basketball one. Only once or twice. You beat me once at the basketball one.
So there was
when you were that hair girl, you beat me twice.
there were a few tournaments. There was Smash Brothers Melee, Smash 4, and ARMS. And we played in all the tournaments. We got our butts kicked in all the tournaments, but we still had a lot of fun. And then there was like a free play of ARMS that the kids got to do the next day. And so they really loved it, had a lot of fun with it.
We were at the Smash Brothers tournament, and Daddy kicked my butt, and then he lost.
Yeah, so Smash 4, there was a double elimination. So I got my butt kicked the first round, and then I got matched up with Katie the second go-around. And so I beat her. But
I got
then I got... Do what?
I got the heartbreaker.
A kick mole?
Butt kicked on both of them.
Butt kicked on both. Okay, we're back, and we've been over what each of the kids thought about the con, right?
Yep.
Okay, and so I'm going to go ahead and give my thoughts on it. I thought it was awesome. I loved going last year. It was the first time we'd ever been to anything like that, and it was even better this year. The free arcade games, we spent a ton of time there. It was a lot of fun. We met Radical Reggie, and John Riggs from YouTube. They were really cool guys. Actually bought a game from them. Bought all kinds of stuff while we were there. It was a lot of fun, and we're definitely going to go back next year. We're already looking forward to the next one. Just can't say enough how much fun we had at this thing. And there were a lot more cosplayers there this year, and Katie said that she wants to dress up as something next year, she thinks.
Yeah.
So we'll be looking forward to that, too. We met a lot of cool people. We met, like I said, Reggie and Riggs. We met the Video Game Dads, who do a podcast. I hadn't heard of them before we went there, but they were really cool. I've been listening to their podcast now, and they were doing a raffle, and they actually had a Star Fox weekend cart that they were doing a tournament competition for, and all the money that they raised was actually going to one of the dads. I think his name's Shane. His daughter was recently diagnosed with cancer, and so all their proceeds were going to that. And because we donated and we played the Star Fox Weekend, they actually gave us this for free, which was really cool. It's a Star Wars Disney Infinity for the PS3. So we didn't have that, and the kids are looking forward to breaking that thing open. So great time. Definitely go if you're close and you haven't been before. Definitely go to the next one because we're going to. So we're just going to jump into some of the things that we picked up. We're going to start with Katie, and Katie's going to show her stuff off, and then we'll just go down the line with you, Oscar, and I'll go last. All right. So something about Katie. She actually got a few things for free. So if you're gonna go game chasing, I guess you take Katie with you, because they didn't give Oscar and I anything for free because we're just ugly boys, I guess. But Katie actually got a few of these games for free, and she went on a big Pokemon kick while we were there. She decided she wanted all these Pokemon games. So, all right, I'm gonna let her go ahead and start.
Okay.
Here's your pile.
Oh, you took the thing out.
Yeah.
I got Spirit for free. He told me it was a horse game.
For the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, for the Game Boy. Fire Red Edition Pokemon
Fire
for the
Red.
Game Boy Edition. Game Boy Advance.
There you go.
I have no mouth right now.
Oh yeah, your mouse for the little.
We still have to put the battery in it, but
Oh yeah, so this is cool. We got this from Saturday Video Games, and they actually recognized us. We bought the Pixel Luigi that you'll see in our first GameCon video from them, and we bought the Game Boy Player from them last year. And so we bought a few things from them again this year. One of them was Pokemon Sapphire, and they threw in the free battery for it. So I don't know if you guys know, but these little GBA games are notorious for these batteries going out and losing your clock and stuff like that. So they actually threw in the little button battery to solder in there in case there's not one in this cart. So that's really cool.
I got Pokemon
Blue?
Blue, I guess. It doesn't say on it. It's also for the Game Boy Advance.
It's not for the Game Boy Advance.
Oh, what?
Yeah, this is just Pokemon Blue for the original Game Boy.
Oh.
Yep. There you go.
Here's Pokemon Gold version for the regular Game Boy.
It's for the color. For the Game Boy Color.
They're just the
And this
same
one,
shape.
and this one apparently used to belong to Kyle Fisher. Right there on the back in marker. This is one of the things that I think is cool about game collecting. A lot of people don't like that stuff and they try to wash it off. But I like to see, like, this little thing has a history, you know. That guy is probably about my age now, and maybe he's trying to get some games back that he used to have. So that's kind of cool.
I got Pokemon Special Pikachu Edition.
So that's Pokemon
And it's got
Yellow.
a case.
Yep. It's the Pikachu one.
I got Animal Crossing Wild World. It's for the regular DS. Or 3D. 3D.
It'll also play in the 3D.
Yeah, but it was originally made for the DS. I got Miss Pac-Man for free.
So we were at this booth, and at this vendor table, and Katie happened to look at Miss Pac-Man, and I'm pretty sure it's the same table that there's a guy just right down from us. He was buying like Little Samson and Crazy Creatures and some other expensive unlicensed game, and Katie said something about Miss Pac-Man, and the guy selling it actually just handed it to her and said, "Just promise me you'll play it." So we've got to get that played, but that's really cool.
Yeah.
So that's for the Sega Genesis. And I think it's complete, right?
Yeah, it's even got its little
Got the manual.
manual too.
Cool,
It's so
cool, cool.
tight. It was the Miss Pac-Man with the best cover.
All right, Oscar, you want to show off what you picked up?
You can't sit like that. Okay. Switch. I got Kirby Dream Land for the Kirby Dream Land for the regular
Game Boy.
Game Boy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now this is actually, so back when we first started the channel, Oscar had said to me one time that he wanted to play the very first Kirby game, and I never had it before, but this is it. So we have it now, so we can play that.
Yeah.
Alright?
Jigglypuff.
Don't set it on top of her.
I got Jurassic Park.
For the Super Nintendo.
Yeah. We have that, so I'm gonna be happy when Daddy plugs it in.
Oh yeah, the Super Nintendo's laying over here and taken apart because I'm taking the little clips out of it so we can play Super Famicom games on there. So, and I'm gonna make a video of that too, so you guys can see how that's done.
But you'll probably be watching a video to see how it's done.
I already know.
You already watched the video, then.
Why? Don't tell my secrets.
This is Rayman 2 for the
N64.
Nintendo. I wrote the back.
Yeah. Rayman 2 is a really cool game. We got it for the N64. You see on the top here, we actually have a label on the top. So I got a bunch of end labels. Well, I actually have an end label for every cartridge in the N64 library, and I got them on Amazon a few years back. They're really nice, and it's every game in the library plus like all the variants and stuff. So you have every single label, and I already went ahead and slapped it on this one. But I'll put a link in the description of the video so you guys can find those labels too.
I really just told Daddy to buy it because the cover looked cool.
Yep. Rayman's cool.
Maybe because I like Rayman.
I actually thought that Rayman was a new thing. I didn't know it was old.
It's been around
Neither
for a
did
while.
I thought it was new because he was on the
He was on Wii U.
Well, here is Yoshi's Island.
Just Yoshi.
Here's Yoshi, and you can see that it says Kelly. We didn't look inside of here. I just was like, ooh, the cover looks cool.
Yep, so that's Yoshi for the NES.
And because it's Yoshi.
And came with the
Yoshi's
manual as
awesome.
well.
Oh, wait. I should put that back in there. The cover looked cool, and because Yoshi is awesome.
Yoshi is.
It's a puzzle game.
Really?
Yep.
So you'll play with me to
Oh, yeah.
figure out the puzzle together.
Alright.
I'm not very good at puzzles.
It's okay, we'll figure it out.
Especially 100-piece puzzles.
Well, it's not that kind of puzzle.
I know.
It's like a matching thing. Alright, Oscar's got a few more.
I got Lord of the Rings
For the DS.
for the DS. Lord of the Rings, look at his face with a sword. I wonder if as as he was practicing with his sword, he cut himself on the arm a few times.
He's a Lego guy, so it wouldn't matter. He'd be alright.
He cut
Just
off.
put his arm back,
He
his
did-
hand back in.
Oh, just like that.
Just
Let's go
like
over here.
Luke Skywalker when he gets
Yeah,
his hand
on the
cut
Lego.
off.
On the Lego
Where's
Star
my
Wars.
hand?
He's-
Oh, there.
Like it gets blast off. Like since they don't need to breathe,
Oh yeah.
it just blasts through the window. And he's like, my hand.
Yeah.
And then it's on the floor. And he's like, oh, there it is. It just goes.
What's your next one, bud?
Rayman, another Rayman, Raving Rabbits.
Yep, Raving Rabbids for the Wii.
Look at that rabbit getting shot by Rayman.
Wow!
This says how evil Rayman is.
Oh, Rayman's the good guy.
He just punches monsters
Evil.
for no reason. He just jumps all those guys on their head and
Who
it
says
kills
that
them.
the teensies are evil?
What? The teensies are good.
I know.
Alright,
There is
Oscar's got one more.
Evil teensy on
So
the
we,
Wii.
all weekend long, well, the first day, Oscar found out that there was a Bomberman game on the Genesis. And so we looked for it, and we looked for it, and we couldn't find it, but I think we did a little better. Better in my opinion. So, Oscar, go ahead and show them what we got here.
It's Bomberman.
Bomberman for the NES. So you know that I'm a Nintendo guy, so I was happy to find that.
Hey, look,
And
it says
Oscar
Paul.
got Bomberman, so that's what he's looking to play. And it's complete. They even gave us the little plastic case, protector case for the cardboard box, but it's complete. Got our game and our instruction manual in there. It even still has a little styrofoam thing in the bottom, which most of my other complete in-box games are missing the styrofoam, but this one still has it, so that's pretty cool. Do you have any other things you want to say about it before I get into what I got, Oscar?
Most of my stuff is awesome, right, guys?
I think we did good. I think we did a good haul. So Katie's showing off that little Jigglypuff that we got.
Jigglypuff.
We got
And
these-
we got an Eevee
got
for
this from Saturday
for my
Games as
baby
well.
sister Evie.
Same place where we got the Pixel Luigi last year. And then the 3-year-old, our littlest one, her name is Evie, and so we had to get her an Eevee. Alright.
It's like a puzzle.
Alright guys, have a seat. I'm going to get into mine here. Before I get started, I just want to say big thank you to all the guys that put this on and to the vendors there. They were awesome people. The vendors had really good deals all weekend long, and they would definitely go down with you if you haggled with them. There was most of the time I didn't really even have to because they were really fairly priced, and it was awesome the whole time. So before I get into the games, I just want to show these off. I got some sleeves for my NES cartridges. He was selling 2 for $1, so I picked up 10. Alright?
Is that it?
He
That's
only picked out the ones that said Nintendo.
Yeah, he had a whole bunch of the plain black ones, and I dug through till I found the Nintendo ones.
You love Nintendo.
And this is just a card from the Video Game Dads, who I was talking about earlier. I don't know if I can get that to focus in there, but it just shows their Facebook and their Twitter and their email. They're available on all the podcasting platforms, so go by and show those guys some love because they're really cool. I've been listening to their podcasts, and I'm somewhere around episode 3 now, so trying to get caught up on that. Super cool guys. They're on Facebook, Video Game Dads, and Twitter, same thing, Video Game Dads. Check them out. We also met Darren Pelican while we were there. Peliquin. I'm sorry if I've got that name wrong. But he's making a documentary about video game collecting, and it's called The Bits of Yesterday. So we got to see a little bit of the documentary, and he gave us these cool stickers. So that was awesome. He's a really, really nice guy, and he had a little panel there where we got to ask a few questions, and he showed a little bit of the documentary to us. So he also gave us these stickers. So check that thing out whenever it's ready. Alright, so let's get into this. First thing I got right here is Arch Rivals for the Sega Genesis. It's a basketball game where you punch people to steal the ball. I've got it for the NES. It's one of my favorite games. I had no idea that it was also on the Genesis, so I want to see what that looks like. That's why I picked that one up. This next one is an Atari game. I'm not a huge Atari collector, but there's a few that I've heard of that I like, that sound cool. And Atari's super cheap. If you're looking to get anything, start collecting something that's cheap, you can get almost, the majority of the Atari cartridges out there for $1. Same thing with the Wii. Really cheap to collect for Wii right now. But I picked up this one for $1, which was Zaxxon for the Atari. And I'm not sure really what it is, but I have heard people say good things about it. And I mentioned earlier that we met Reggie and John Riggs, and they were selling this. This is actually my first homebrew cartridge for my NES that I've ever got, so I'm excited to try to play this and see what it looks like. But this is Reggie's Radical Adventures, so it's a game about Radical Reggie, I guess, and they both signed it there at the bottom. So you can see their signatures there, and like I said, first homebrew cart that I've ever had, and it's really cool to see that this is not some cannibalized game either. It is a gray cartridge, but it's got 3 little Phillips screws in it, so this piece of plastic came from somewhere else. They didn't tear another game apart to make this, which is really awesome. And you'll see that a lot with homebrews and hacks and things, that somebody's been cannibalizing these carts. and there's just not a whole lot of those games. There's a finite amount of those games, so it's not fun when people do that. This next one here is a game that I've had before and has gotten lost, I guess. I've got 2 games here that I picked up for pretty cheap that were already in my collection at one point. You know, you move a lot and stuff, and sometimes things get lost, so I picked these 2 up today, and I'll tell you what the other one is when I get to that. But Final Fantasy VII, grabbed it for pretty cheap, actually. So there that is, and I've got that back in my collection. If I ever find the other one again, maybe we'll do something here on the channel to, you know, give away for free just some doubles that I have. That'd be pretty neat. So I have Final Fantasy VII again. I absolutely adore this game, which I know that's not news. Everybody loves Final Fantasy VII, but it's one of my favorite games ever. My next one is Maximum Carnage for the Genesis. Now, I remember playing this before on the Super Nintendo, so I have no idea if this is the same game, but it was cheap, and I saw it, and it was really cool, so I wanted to pick it up. We don't have a whole lot of Genesis games, and now here's another one. Something kind of weird that I saw right here is the rating. This MA-13, and it says that it's rated by VRC. I've never heard of these guys. I don't know if it was like pre-ESRB or what it was, but I just didn't think video games had a rating system before the ESRB, so I'm going to have to look in to see what that's all about too.
He looks like evil Spider-Man.
Well, he's a Spider-Man villain.
Oh.
Yeah, so he is.
Okay.
Yeah, he is one of Spider-Man's bad guys. This next one is one that I've already had in the collection before too. That, like I said, I can't find. So something happened when we moved, and I'll be looking for it. But Star Fox Adventures. I really liked this game. There was a lot of hate around it. People don't seem to care for it much. I really thought it was cool. It's like if you took Star Fox and put him in a Zelda game, which is great. You can't go wrong with Zelda. But a lot of people didn't like it. I don't know why, because I think it's a pretty fun game. And then the last one that I got here is Sonic Colors for the Wii. I've heard really good things about this game, and I've got kind of like a love-hate relationship with Sonic. I don't like a lot of his 3D games, and you know, the 2D ones, I really like Sonic and Knuckles, but the other ones, they're okay. We're definitely going to be playing Sonic Mania when it comes out because it looks really sweet, but I've heard good. I haven't really liked any of his 3D games. Adventure 2 Battle was good on the GameCube, and I've heard really good things about Sonic Colors, so excited to get to check that out. And that's it. That's everything that we picked up. Like I said, it was a great time. If you guys haven't been and you like video games, check it out. I can't say enough good things about that. And we just want to say a big thank you to all the people that put it on, because it was a great show, and we can't wait for next year. Do you guys have anything else you wanted to say?
Keep watching these videos. They're amazing.
Yeah, keep watching the videos.
And especially go to GameCon.
Alright, well, like, comment, subscribe, share it wherever you want to share it at. And the kids have got to go to bed because they're back to school. And we'll talk to you later. Good night.